Aloha, and welcome to the I Am Here Now podcast. My name is Makana, and today I am somewhere in the Oregon coast at some RV campsite, and it's my second day of this adventurous and really I have no idea what to expect road trip. This is my first ever road trip. And, growing up from an island, I never really did any of these. The furthest I could drive was a couple hours to the North Shore. So, all of this has kind of been new. The reason why I'm partaking on this road trip is because recently I stepped away from my job and my career in film. And this road trip and just road trips in general is always something that I've wanted to do. And now that I'm not working, I finally have the time. Today was kind of a test and learning experience is how I would put it. I started up in Astoria where I camped out for my first night, and the first night was great. Got to the campsite and they had sites. Pulled in and it was easy. Beautiful campsite. There's a shipwreck. It was sunny, beautiful. And like I said, it was easy. Today, got a little later start, and as I made my way down, I realized I had no idea where I was going. I had a guess of where I wanted to go, and it was a campsite that I've been to a lot. But as I started making my way down and the time got later and later, and I began to think, how far am I away from my endpoint, the southern Oregon coast? And after taking a stop, I realized that my original plan and the one that I was just kind of going off of, really just my dome and my heart, it was a little miscalculated. And because of that, I realized I had to drive another hour down the coast to put me in a position where I could see the Oregon coast in the time frame that I kind of have. Now, the main thing that kind of led to this time frame is the fact that the Oregon coast has no campsites available over the weekends in the summer. You have to book it far in advance, and like I said, this was kind of a spur of the moment type of thing. So I don't have a campsite over the weekend, and because of that, I'm staying at a friend's parents' house in Eureka, which is in Cali, but just a little south of the southern Oregon coast. And so there's a time frame. And because of that, I started to stress. Everything became unknown. And right around that time, as I was driving, I don't know if you guys can see, but behind me, it's foggy. A little scary. And like I said, unknown. And as it started to get foggy, I started to question, will there even be a campsite available at this new spot? When I pull into the spot, sure enough, there is no campsite available. And in that moment, there was a moment of defeat. I guess because all of this is unknown, and like I said, I have no idea where I'm going. In that moment, a lot of thoughts came rushing to my head. Am I safe? Am I going to be okay? Should I turn back? That was even a question. And then at that moment, I took a breath. Inhale, exhale. And I looked up just another spot that I could find. And sure enough, I found this RV park here. And at first, I was a little worried. I've never stayed at an RV park. In my head, being a boy from Hawaii, RV parks are a little scary. But sure enough, came here and it's beautiful. I have a lake in my background. I have no idea what the lake is, but it really is beautiful. Of course, I kind of took this as a learning lesson, and I started to book my upcoming schedule, upcoming campsites. And so now I have a little bit more of something I'm guided to. But ultimately, I think what the learning lesson today was that amidst the uncertainty and amidst the conflict of not getting a spot, amidst all of that, that there is other options. There are limitless other options, all beautiful in their own way. Although it wasn't the original plan that I set out to, it's still magnificent in its own right. In the car while I was booking the other campsites, I was feeling stress and the anxiety of trying to get it right. And then I came out here and just took a seat, sat, meditated a little bit. And when I opened my eyes, I saw the river behind me flowing. Every once in a while, a fish would jump out of the water. And when it landed, a ripple would then ripple across the lake. The stillness would then turn into movement. And it reminded me that in life, we are in a certain river that is constantly moving. Every once in a while, our rivers will ripple with the splashes of fishes and birds, all the natural elements that are just a part and around our life. And what is important is to not get caught up in those ripples. Not let the ripples turn into waves, but come back to stillness, just like the lake behind me. We too can find stillness amidst the chaos and the waves and the turbulation that life has to offer. I don't know if this resonates with you at all. I hope it does. But if not, I hope you guys learn a lesson of planning on your road trips before you go on them. My name is Makana, and I appreciate you guys just giving me your time, your space, your energy. And per usual, I hope you guys find grounding, find peace, find bliss, find presence in the here and now. Aloha.